Good morning. Good morning. Everybody have a seat. Good morning. Good morning. We're about to get started. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to 1 Million Cups. Good morning. Find a seat. Find a friend. Find your hand. Put it over your mouth. Let's get going. Good morning. Find a friend. Help them find a seat. Do we have anybody that needs a seat? We're a little full this morning. Good morning. My name is Lisa Davis. I'm also known online as the Trusted Banker, and I will be your MC today. We have a great presentation for you today. Do we have one or two? We have two presenters and a coffee sponsor today. So we are happy that you are here with us today at 1 Million Cups here at Incubizo. Oh, I need the clicker. That's why Daryl gave it to me. It's not working. So we want to get to the next slide. Okay. So find one new connection. So welcome to 1 Million Cups. As you can see, we are full of small business owners. We do this every Wednesday at 8:30 in the morning. So if you meet somebody, connect with somebody, link with somebody, grab their social, grab a QR code, and try to network outside of here. Next slide. Go to their Google page, leave a review, be a supportive small business friend. Each week we do have an iPad that walks around here with the young man in the button up and the tie. You have the iPad? Who has the iPad? Who's passing it around? You being difficult. Raise your hand so they can see you. He's passing around the iPad. We need to grab your name information so that we know that you're here. This is how we continue to do this by collecting that data. Y'all know data is important these days. So please fill out the iPad, enter your information, let us know that you're here, that you enjoyed it or not. And next slide. About 1 million cups. So this is 1 million cups. 1 million cups. So 1 Million Cups is a free nationwide work community that has been built for entrepreneurs. It's sponsored by the Kaufman Foundation, and the thought process is that every Wednesday at 8:30 in the morning, small businesses will gather around the country at 8:30 to have a cup of coffee, network, and figure out how to do the damn thing. We want to talk about your ideas. We want to help you with momentum through connection. So stay connected. This is an inclusive community. We are here to help you. You are here to help us. We are all in this together. Be honest. It is unfiltered. Go back to slide. I wasn't finished. I talk about we show up every Wednesday. And just so you know, there are 160 plus communities like this community across the country. So this is not just here in Michigan, it's across the United States. This is a huge initiative to ensure that small businesses are supported and also connected, because as an entrepreneur, I'm sure you know, sometimes we find ourselves working in silos, and that can get very lonely and crazy. So you're welcome every Wednesday to come at 8:30. Next slide. So are there any first timers here? First timers? Raise your hand. First timers, raise your hand. Stand up. I don't know how y'all do in the church, but in my church, we begin all the first timers. We're gonna put our eyeballs on you. Somebody that's been here before, go up to them, give them a hug, give them a handshake, find out where they're linked or their Facebook or something. Make them feel welcome so they come back and they don't go away talking about us like we crazy. Okay. Now, who's a past presenter? Past presenters. Yeah. These are the experts in the room that have already presented. If you're a first timer or somebody that hasn't presented, please feel free to walk up to the ones that have presented. Ask them questions. Ask them how it felt. Ask them how it went. Ask them, should you do it? They might tell you the truth. We don't know. Volunteers. The volunteers that help to put this on every week, raise your hand. Volunteers are the people that get together and put this on around marketing, around organizing, around coaching, around emceeing. We're the ones that's doing the hard work to make sure that this happens every single week. And then we also chase down with coffee sponsors, because coffee sponsors are a huge part of this opportunity. They sponsor this every Wednesday, and they also get an opportunity to come up and speak. Excellent. I think that should be it. Partners. Oh, we want to say thank you to our partners, Incubizo, which is this awesome facility that we're in. Oakland Thrive, Madison Heights Casey Park Chamber, and PMP Photography and Kalani with photo. Thank you to our partners. Thank you to our partners. Next slide. Do I get to say that? Now, each week we have a different coffee sponsor. Our coffee sponsors are real critical to this because they do sponsor the coffee that you guys have. Because when we don't have it, let me tell you, you guys are the beast. We are always looking for coffee sponsors. Coffee sponsors have to prepare for about 70 plus entrepreneurs. And when we first started with this, it was 20. Now we're up to 70. Today it looks like 100. So a coffee sponsor is very important. If you haven't sponsored, if you would like to sponsor, the one good thing about sponsoring is that you can also come up and talk about your business and pitch your business to the community. And as the community grows, this is an excellent, extraordinary community to talk to if you have anything to do with small businesses. So please, we are looking for coffee sponsors. Anything else with this slide? Do you have open days? You can email us. You can get a date. You can email us. You can get a date to be a coffee sponsor. And if you want to be a coffee sponsor, we just ask that you come at 8 a.m. with the coffee and a treat if you feel necessary, if you feel like you want to do that extra step. Next slide. So today's coffee sponsor is RAM or RAM Insurance and Financial Services. So today, Brenda Oldham, please come up.
Wow, I am so honored to be among all you entrepreneurs. What a beautiful, beautiful place to be this sunny morning. And I think she's right. I think we have about 100. I thought I had enough for everybody. And I first of all want to thank this young lady here who came to my rescue and made sure she went and got more. And she says, this is not going to be enough. So just a little bit, I'm Dr. Brenda Oldham, and I'm an entrepreneur just like all of you. One of the things I'm mostly proud of is that I'm an Oakland Thrive coach. And I always like to tell people just briefly that I have just a humble beginning. And what I mean by that, my grandparents couldn't read and write. I grew up in the inner city of Detroit. I'm 5 out of 8 children. And we lost my mom when I was young as a child. So adversities is something that always happens. And I know that all of you have your own story. But I started my business in my basement with a card table, a prayer, and a determination that I would not quit. I know that all of you are have different variety of businesses, and I think it's so important that we come and network together. Okay, so one of the things I want to say is, what if one financial decision changed everything for you? So when I say that, I just want you to know that every day there's about 80 new startup business in the state of Michigan. However, not all of those businesses are going to succeed. So You making a decision to be here this morning means that you want to work on your business because Oakland Thrive provides the environment for you. And so I want to encourage you to take advantage of all the resources, get to know who the Oakland Thrive business consultants are, and to take this opportunity and to be able to find someone that you haven't met. Sit at a different table. Now, here's some other things as an entrepreneur that we're faced with. We're faced with things like taxes. We're faced with the decision of being able to pay ourselves first and then still be able to plan for the future, like something like a retirement. All of those are different financial decisions. I also want to mention that April is Financial Literacy Education Month. Why is that important? Take a look and reassess your finances personally and as a business owner, just to see where you are and look for opportunities to attend workshops. So here's the real problem. There's a lot of financial stress out there. Financial stress can actually harm you physically, okay? So a lot of times it's because people just lack financial education. So I'm here to help you understand that it's available. And if you're looking to learn, we're here to give you those resources. So people don't fail financially because the reason why they fail is because they weren't taught. Okay. Here's the solution. Our company offers an ecosystem. What do I mean by ecosystem? I'm the founder of Bridgett Insurance Agency. I'm also the founder of Bridgett Insurance and Financial Services and Bridgett Educational Business Solution. We take all three of those companies and we create an ecosystem for business owners and entrepreneurs so they can succeed and not fail. So here's Ram Insurance Agency. We're protecting families with their life, health, and property insurance. Have you ever got your insurance bill and say, man, this thing has gone up. I haven't done anything. I haven't driven more. My car is older, but the premium is higher. Over 18 carriers is what we have at Ram Insurance Agency. All your major carriers to help you save money. Now, protection is the foundation of financial security. Now, what about our business owners? You can't run a business without having the proper insurance. Most of the time, you don't have right liability coverage, or maybe you're overpaying. We're here to help you analyze to make sure that you don't overpay. So, Ram Insurance and Financial Services, here's what we also help you with. You work hard as entrepreneurs. However, you need to let the business work in your behalf as well. That means you have to generate revenue that you can take and put away. That's how you build wealth and you plan for your retirement. We help you manage your investments. The first thing we do is we teach and then we recommend. So, Ram Educational Business Solutions, we're delivering workshops throughout the states. We're involved with different corporations, communities, and entrepreneurs just like yourself. Sometimes it's as simple as a little webinar that we can help you. One of the things that I use is my book that I wrote. It's called Grandma Nana Piggy Bank Money Saving Tips. This is a financial literacy guide. We are offering this for only $20 today. This has all the tips. If you feel like you have too much credit debt, we help you in here decide how to get rid of it. If you feel like you're not saving enough for retirement, we help you with that. If you feel like you're paying too much taxes, this is the book for you. Okay, how we help you. Entrepreneurs build and protect We help you protect that business. You would not want one of your clients to come in on the premise and you not have the proper insurance, they slip and fall, and guess what they do? They have to sue you because maybe they don't have adequate health insurance. We also help you create a financial plan. Then for organization, financial literacy programs. Do you realize the biggest turnover in small businesses and corporation is because employees aren't happy? And you want to know why they're not happy? It's probably finances, stress. They can't pay their bills. Financial literacy education teaches them that. So we don't just work for your money, we help you learn how to make money work for you. I had a video that I wanted to close with, but I don't know if it's not here. Oh,
No, we
okay.
couldn't connect.
All right. So the next slide. So I really appreciate being able to sponsor here today. And if anyone has any questions, my business cards are here. You can also scan and have access to me as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Brain-Bellingham. Next slide. So if you're ready to present, if you're thinking about presenting, we want to remind you that the presenting that you're going to see, the presenters that are coming up, they are not pitching. What they're doing is talking to you as their friends, as their colleagues, as their peers in a community that is safe, to find out what you think about how they're growing their business and hearing their problem that they're encountering and then offering some solutions. So if you're ready to present, scan the QR code, sign up. We have openings for more presenters. You'll see how the pitch works when you see the presenters come up today. And if it's something you're interested in, feel free to reach out to any of the volunteers, but also scan the QR code, book a slot. Next presenter is, we have upcoming slots for May 20th. Okay, so we do have some upcoming slots for May 20th, and these are the speakers that are presenters that are going to be coming up in the future. Our presenter today, LifeTrack, the founder, Bridgett Townsend. Come up, Bridgett, and give us your review.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm just so amazed that all the entrepreneurs here that are really going to give you some support and help. So LifeTrack exists because one of my loved ones, they ended up in the ICU, the ER, and even death, simply because they kept forgetting their medication, and it was preventable. It wasn't about irresponsibility. It was about them being too busy, not having the time, or just life. One missed pill can end up a life-changing event. Do you know anyone or even yourself that has missed their medication? I realized that their story was just like mine. 40% of the people forget to take their medication every week. LifeTrack was born from love, urgency, and a mission to save lives. Our biggest challenge was 2 slides ahead. You can go ahead and skip that. Yes. No.
Okay. All right.
Our product is simple. It's a multilingual system that helps people stay on track. And it alerts caregivers and someone when they miss a dose. It is not a Google app. It is not any of those apps because they only remind you. We effectively do support you in getting the best results. It's designed to be accessible, clear language, clear text, and culturally exclusive. What makes it special is built for real world families, not just tech savvy, designed to prevent life changing medical events. You gonna watch me? Come on. Our biggest challenge is how do we build early traction and secure pilot before the MVP is developed? Especially, we've been to some clinics and community organizations, and it's hard to really give them the effective communication without our prototype. This is why I'm here today to get guidance on how to break the cycle and build momentum. What we've tried so far, we've completed a 15-day founder sprint, conducted early survey discovery. So one of my loved ones was in a hospital. I'm not going to name the hospital, but they came to ask him, well, how did you end up in here? He was like, I don't know. What they did not ask him is, where's his medication? His medication was in Arizona for 2 months. He ended up in ICU. So right now, the tested messaging and storytelling has been effective. Lessons learned. People immediately connect to the story. Caregivers and clinics confirm the need. Our brand mission resonated strategy. And without a prototype, it's hard for us to get this in front of different organizations. We are in need of you now. We already have the brand, the plan, the market validation, and we need community guidance on how to secure those early pilots. Community support with us. This includes everyone in this room and those that are watching. How can LifeTrack secure early pilot partners before the MVP is fully built? And when do we start marketing? I have a survey here for you to complete. If you would be so kind to take this survey.
I'm trying.
He's trying. He's very good at his job. There it is. Okay. It's going to work. I just believe it will. So as they're getting the system together, the questions are, have anyone or someone you've ever forgotten to take your important medication? And we have yes, no. Go back to the QR code.
What QR?
The QR code there is for my information, contact us. And this is a great system. It is by media, Mentor Media. It's free, so if you ever need to utilize this service, it's very, very good. I'm seeing it utilized in different settings. Well, let's go with it this way. Seems how this is getting a good response. We're going to show of hands of anyone that has ever forgotten their medication or someone that has. Hands for yes. Thank you. Next slide. We're going to go to the second one. Yes, thank you. Would a simple reminder be helpful to you, your loved ones, children, adults, caregivers, anyone in the medical facility? This is fun. Which reminder method would you most trust? Would you trust a text? Would you text a phone call? Or would you subscribe? Show of hands of text. Show of hands of phone calls to your caregiver, and a hands for subscription. Very good. So this is my contact information. You can scan it. I'm looking forward to all of you guys to engage and give me some. So what we want now is for everybody. What we want now is for everybody to come up that has any information on how she can connect with community to help her do some testing, to help her get some information about how her product works so that she can use this product and push it forward to their next phases. I don't know. When do we start marketing is your question? Pretty much feedback. So pretty much. And all feedback is necessary because this is why I'm here to get some feedback from you guys. These are my support questions right here.
How can LifeTrack secure early pilot partners before the MVP is fully built? Anybody that has any suggestions, please feel free to come up.
So as I was caretaker for my mom, and I guess a challenge that we'll have to solve is a text message. My mom wasn't even looking at her phone anymore. I set the reminders in her phone in the medications app through Apple, and it was disregarded. So it's got to be something more. And if there is a way to implement your app or program so that on the back end, you guys can update the medications if they change, because that happens a lot too. I think that could be a step forward as well. So I don't, every hospital has a different app, but I think maybe trying to connect with them or study them, and then, get in touch with a developer that's in the room that can, just clone it so that you can work through the workflow would be something that would all need to happen before you even market it, so that you know what it looks and feels like. You can also connect as a member here, and anybody else in the room. Ferndale Parks and Rec is right there.
Okay.
They have seniors that come and meet every week. And so maybe partnering with them and just holding a conversation with them to say, like, aside from somebody shaking you to wake you up to take your medication, what can be helpful, and then go from there. I think.
Great, thank you.
And then we can talk further.
For sure. So that's why the other apps don't work, because they really just do that simple procedure that she says. So at the end of our results, we do give a call to the patient or to the loved one to let them know where the position area on the list goes.
Morning.
Great day to you.
Nice presentation. Apologies for the technological snafu.
It's my person.
But kind of walk me through what the conversation is like with your target audience. What's the value proposition that you give to them if they're interested?
Sure. Are you missing medication? The number one answer is yes. Have you ended up in the hospital? This is what I can present to you to solve that. And that's what we're working on, focusing on right now.
Okay. Do you use any facts and figures? I noticed you did some research. Do you talk about all the negatives and how you solve those problems?
Yes, we have the pros and the cons.
Okay.
Just because this is a presentation, next time I know to have those actual effects in the presentation.
Absolutely. You have a great product. Interestingly enough, last night, I forgot to put my son's eye drops in. And he reminded me, hey, you forgot.
Wow.
So that is something, according to the doctors, that he has to do these drops or else he's going to develop glaucoma. So there needs to be a way that I can remember without him reminding me. So I would love to be a pilot for your,
Thank you.
okay.
I will definitely reach out for you to begin that process.
And sometimes I forget to take mine too.
We're going to stop that.
You got it.
We're not blaming that on age. Just blame it on LifeTrack.
Hi, good morning.
Great day to you.
Nice to meet you.
Awesome.
I'm Nate Title. I own an IT company here in town and also a staffing firm. I was looking at your presentation, and I think one of the things you do really well is articulating the need. So by getting everyone to raise their hands, it's pretty obvious that this is something that is on people's minds, and it's an interesting problem to solve. I think what was challenging and where you maybe can improve on the presentation is to front load the what, or you have a good idea of the what, front load the how. So I know that I didn't get the how until probably the last slide of your survey, which is, I was wondering, how are you solving? And when you talked about an MVP and recruiting people to get there, obviously there's an issue, the percentage stands by it, and the crowd agrees. But if this is a calling service, this is a texting service, if it's unknown, but this is just some sort of communication service to say, hey, we're going to call you or text you based on your preference, and you're going to respond and say, I did the thing, or I didn't do the thing, or I have changes to the thing. That'll probably help you get better feedback from your MVP group and also, just from the audience in general. But I think it's a it's a really interesting problem to solve. You know, I think it's an easy thing to develop probably. But yeah, I would just, you know, cater the presentation a little bit to, you know, get from the what to that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Of course.
Appreciate you. Great day to you.
Hi, Kirsten. I'm Rachel's dad, Rex Incubizo. I was listening to your presentation and I just have a couple of notes that I wanted to share with you. I'm sorry. Okay. I have a couple. Can you hear me back there? Is that better? Okay. I just have a couple of notes that I wanted to share with you as far as your MVP is concerned. The number one thing that I was listening for as I built a few MVPs out were what is it that you want your clients to feel as they are inside of your service or tool? And what I mean by that is what is it that your client journey should look like? And as Daryl asked you, that's why he was kind of trying to hint you towards what is that target demographic? Because what you wanted to convey to your developer is how that client journey is going to look, what services and tools already perform these tasks that you are trying to combine into your MVP. Because I can guarantee you there's already a service or a tool that already performs what you're trying to do. But what you are trying to achieve is taking a link out of an already established chain. And what I mean by that is that you want to take those services that are doing everything that you have already and say, what I do is that I go from step 1 to step 3, but I still get step 2 in the middle of there, but you just don't have to see step 2. So what are those steps? You need to actually know what those steps in that process are, and then see how your service or tool can actually eliminate some of those steps. And then that's the kind of things that you want to get to your developer. You want to give us the services that you want to automate and things like that.
Awesome. I appreciate it. I don't know your notes.
All right.
I'm checking with you. Thank you. You have the dog.
Good morning. Thank
Great
you
day
for
to
your
you.
presentation. I'm Berna. And are you familiar with PACE? Southeast Michigan?
Mhm.
Okay, so they are an organization that might be able to help you with a pilot partnership. I too am a caregiver, and so at home we would set Alexa twice a day to tell us when to remind us to give medication to my mother-in-law. And then now she goes to the PACE center, and so then they'll send her medication home. But again, we still have to remember to take it. I'm much better at reminding her to take hers than I am about taking my own vitamins. But PACE might be a great organization for you to partner.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Great.
Hello, I'm Lance Johnson. Pleasure to meet you. I'm more on the marketing side, so I think we heard some great feedback earlier. Someone mentioned earlier that some of these older people, they may not see the text before potentially being reminded of their medication. So with your kind of app idea and maybe the MVP idea, I was thinking a lot of older people, some of them have like eyesight problems, seeing problems, right? So if you had like, again, it's just an idea, but if you had like a big like button in the bathroom, because they go to the bathroom every day, right? It could like blink as the reminder to take it potentially. Again, and like get that visual cue that they're gonna see every day. So that's just one idea from the marketing element. And then, in terms of when you start marketing, I think once the business is developed, once you have the LLC, if you're doing an LLC forms and, get a Google My Business profile and Facebook page. So,
Awesome. Thank you.
of course.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Jack.
Thank you, Jack.
I'm from Global Payments. And just a few things here. Great presentation. I
Thank you.
could totally relate to what you offer. That's because my daughter, she has complications from leukemia treatment from when she was 15 months old. Now she's 11. But what started as a journey of I'm providing the medications is now, you have to be more independent. You have to be able to take your medications on your own in a timely manner.
Correct.
And so those are the challenges with children, but also with others. that either, forget to take their meds or they refuse to take their meds. There's both. So one thing I just wanted to mention was HIPAA compliance. I'm sure you've
Yes, sir.
been through that just to make sure you have the guardrails up to ensure patient confidentiality. But the other thing is making sure you could take advantage of the technologies out there like AI and facial recognition. So at Global Payments, we've done payroll and HR solutions. Okay. I have a history of working with HR solutions. And one way to hold people accountable in that space is facial recognition to show that a worker is who they say they are. So that is something, and I know it's a lot to think about, but if you have an alert, right now, for my daughter, I just have an alert on her smartwatch, okay? Which is just an alert.
Yes.
But is it enough to hold her accountable without her just saying, I took it, but I didn't actually take it?
Yes.
So that's what I think when I think of your solutions like facial recognition, hold them accountable. And it could be for anyone.
Yes. Great. Great. Thank you very much. Give her a hand. Then we're going to have our next presenter. Come up. Thank you so much.
So we have our next presenter come up, Mark. And I just want to mention that we are running a little close to time. So when you come up for your comments, if you could keep them to 60 seconds. And then if you have more things that you want to talk about, meet with the presenter afterwards. We do have time after for networking and to continue conversation.
Hello.
If we don't have the slides, we don't have a representative. So I guess we can have her come back up. We want to check the minted meter again. And feel free to participate in the survey if you did at least scan the QR code. If you participated even after she presented, she still could use the data. Who's the presenter? You?
Yeah, she's the presenter.
Claire? Oh, there you go. Lance, come on up here, man. Please welcome Lance Johnson for clear performance.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lance Johnson from Clear Performance Ads. I'm the founder and CEO, and just first off, wanted to thank Daryl, Melissa, and the rest of the team here for allowing this platform for us. I think it's great, and not a lot of organizations in the community who do this. So, just wanted to first thank you everyone for the opportunity. So diving right into the business, who we are. If you'd be able to click on the slide twice. So as like many of you, my business journey started with combining both logic and emotion. On the logic side, in 2024, I saw a massive opportunity due to how many people were leveraging AI in the marketplace to not just grow my business, but also help others grow their businesses. A couple stats that I found recently, about 65 to 80 million US consumers now use AI when it comes to researching business products, services, and just overall research. And that in addition to that, businesses who leverage AI effectively in marketing on average are finding about 10 to 20% higher revenue than businesses who aren't able to leverage AI effectively. So on the AI side, I know there's some of you here who are more for it, some are against it, but we at Clear Performance Ads believe it's here to stay and we're going to leverage it. And then on the emotional side, by show of hands, how many people here have ever been sold something by a company or an individual, and then the reality turned out to be something different? Yes, me too. So early on in my career as a naive 20-year-old, I was also, tricked by an opportunistic manager who, took, slight advantage of my like hard work, drive, and ambition. And, I worked 50, 60 hours a week, helping make the company at the time millions of dollars per year. And, did everything I could to try to support myself and my family. And it turns out that these just were empty promises and lies at the end of the day. But, I brushed it off because in reality, I just learned that that was business, or at least so I thought. And then on the another side, which is something that I learned back in late 2024, one of my friends reached out to me. He's like, "Hey, Lance, I know you've got a lot of great experience in marketing, advertising. Can you look at these ad accounts and just provide me your thoughts?" And I did. And what I found was really, really sickening. Um, this company, this agency, they did marketing ads, SEO. They're paying $6,000 a month for full on management for all these services and showing great results to their clients. But the client was looking at their internal numbers and seeing, maybe revenues go up, spend go up, but margin go down. I know some of you are thinking, okay, well, how did that happen? Has anyone here ever heard of branded keywords in advertising? So 90% of their, at the time, $8,000 per month ad spend budget were going to branded keywords. And for context, for those who do not know what branded keywords are, if you search 1 million cups right now on your phone, you'll see more than likely the website for, our branch here. And if there is a sponsored placement above that, that 1 million cups we're paying for, that is a branded keyword and a branded spend. So for any business owner who knows anything about client acquisition and growth, you cannot grow your business by paying for customers who would have already been coming to you for free. So between these two experiences and, connecting with many other hundreds of partners throughout the years, I just grew sick and tired and angry of this standard in the industry of lies and deception. And, personally, as a Christian who has a very fundamental belief that lying is wrong, I kind of came to a crossroads. I thought, okay, well, I could either sacrifice my morals and maybe make more money in my career and help other people, and grow businesses. That wasn't an option. I decided I could either leave the industry and start something off completely. I'm not a quitter, so that wasn't an option. So I'm trying to change the industry. And I know what some of you are thinking. You might be thinking, Lance, this is ambitious, this is great, but, let's be real. You can't change the greed in people. And, that's probably true. I can't. But I would argue that even a fraction of 1% improvement is better than where we are at now. And the standard in the past, just because it's a standard in the past and maybe the standard in the present, does not mean it has to be the standard of the future. So in January 2025, I started Clear Performance Ads off of this standard of focusing on trust, transparency, and as deep and seeking truth above everything else. Can you double tap twice, please? So on the metric side and the data side, this means that we don't just look at metrics and insights, but we really care about trying to dig deep into figuring out how much profit are you actually making. A lot of other companies, they focus on return on ad spend, cost per lead, but we take into account deeper level internal business metrics like margins, gross margins, and new customer lifetime value to actually figure out how much margin you're making for your business. And in addition, on more the emotional side, we don't just care about what customers see or think, we care deeply about how they feel. Next slide. So some of our services, I didn't mention it here, but we service small and mid-sized business owners throughout the Metro Detroit and Michigan area, in addition to the United States, where we're focused more geographically right now. We offer full account management from ads to SEO to development, and also DIY coaching plans. That's more of like our consulting options. We also have full on design services. I work closely with my wife, who is the chief marketing officer of our company. And she's super talented, has had her work featured in, I think, 419 Ulta Beauty stores nationwide and a lot of like just great other areas, America Park too. Next slide, please. So our biggest challenge right now that I would love your help with is building the systems and operational structure to scale without losing the trust, depth, accountability, and service quality that our clients hire us for. Next slide. So what we've tried so far, so we leverage various AI tools like GPT Plus and Claude primarily for our clients without fully integrating into accounts. We're also testing Claude Cowork now. And we manage our tasks in organization using Asana. And here, some of the folders you can see are included above. Next slide. So some of the lessons we've learned, and I'm not sure if any of you guys have seen this in your, working with clients, but we've been seeing an overall mixed sentiment with clients when it comes to actually integrating AI into the accounts. And one of the top concerns people have is data security. And then in terms of managing task organization, we found that it's helped with day-to-day organization and time efficiency, but there's some limitations on the free tier, like marking a recurring task is completed, the history is difficult to find, and it's just overall difficult to prioritize tasks in Asana. So with that said, before we go into the questions, I wanted to put this up here in case any of you guys wanted to get connected. We have our Facebook account included. You can connect with me on LinkedIn, or you can check out our Google reviews, and you also can get all of our contact information. So the questions are on the next slide. And yeah.
So we'll take 5 because we're running out of time. We'll take 5 folks. Try to keep your comments to 60 seconds. Pick one question to respond to. What part of the message felt the most differentiated? Which specific tools, systems, and processes have helped you optimize your time more effectively? Which AI tools do you use in your own day-to-day work? And how, strategy-wise, do you think we need to commit one way or another on AI? So anybody? No AIers. Any AIers? We'll take 5 folks.
Hey, nice to meet you. Nate Title. You get a lot of questions here, ranging a lot of different things. But I'll say first and foremost that I like the authenticity of your business, and solving the problem of, greed is, I think, where a lot of us maybe start. One thing that I guess one thing that I would caution you on is, it sounds like you're full-time at this. I don't know if your wife is full-time at this or not. But do what you can, be scrappy to get to break even, right? Any way that you can. And I recently attended a business development workshop from Paul Lewis, who's a member of 1 Million Cups. And one of the takeaways that I learned from that little seminar, well, good reminder at least, was, you do what you do to survive, and you get scrappy where you can, but know who your actual target audience is. So like really identify who you're going to make money from long term. Market to you're a marketing guy, like obviously stay on that tune and don't undercut your legs too much on it.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Of course.
Hello. Okay, so I'm gonna answer the bottom one, and if the room can't see it, it says strategy-wise, do you think we need to commit one way or another on AI integration for our clients? I know in just my feed that I see that there is like this separation happening between chat and Claude. And I think strategically, you need to approach who your client or your target client is, and then give them permission or have them give you permission on if they're okay with both, if they're okay with just one, because some people do have that like a moral line that they're drawing between the two AI systems. So I guess to be strategic, I would ask them for that consent on whether or not you use it at all. Because even in content creation, there's things that just do it for you. But if people don't want their face AI generated or their information out there, they have to sign off on that.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Daryl Hudson and I do media strategy. I definitely need your services. Which specific tools and systems and processes have helped me to optimize my time most effectively? Definitely ChatGPT. I use a lot of Claude and also use a lot of Gemini. I just feel like Gemini is able to reference all of my Gmail work, right? But what I would, because I have a e-commerce presence and I'm only making a few $100s a month, I'd like to grow that. So I want to be able to kind of create the marketing agents and things like that that I just don't have enough time to do. So I think if you include case studies, businesses that you have worked on, what you have been able to do for them specifically, that would help your pitch. Coming to these networking events, obviously, you get to meet people like me, but I just kind of want to know what your service, I mean, what your rates are. If I can afford you, I would definitely need your service.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Hi, my name's Kerry Doyle.
Pleasure.
And
Speak up just a little bit, Gary. so-
oh, hi, my name's Kerry Doyle. First of all, I'd like to, congratulate you. I admire your transparency on showing all the numbers because I know agencies can hide numbers and they can show certain numbers and make things look great, but really doesn't help the bottom line. So I applaud you on that. In terms of strategy wise, AI tools, as the person just ahead of me said, I think the main LLMs right now, Claude, ChatGPT, and Gemini, all have their strengths and weaknesses, and there are lots of discussions about what's better, what's what. I don't think it's really focusing on the tools as much as bottom line strategically. I think you need to commit to keep going, moving forward. The tools are getting better. The LLMs are getting better. The privacy is getting better. There are a lot of ways to save time without having to integrate with people's data to start with. And then kind of slowly as things improve, as people get used to doing things, kind of edging towards that. I don't think, I think you gotta commit that it's not going away. And you just need to move that way. Some people are gonna be more comfortable with it right away. Some people aren't. Just keep moving in that direction. And I think that's really it. It's not, and again, I don't think it's tools. They're gonna change. They're gonna, there's a lot of political, there's all kinds of ramifications, but it's, you gotta keep going toward it. Use the tools. There are many ways to use the tools to save time and help clients without crossing over to their data. Get them comfortable with how they improve their life before crossing into their data. My 2 cents.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hello, Lance. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Michelle Armstrong with IgniteSales.ai. So we've met and a lot going on here. And welcome to the industry because it's a thing. My recommendation for you is based on your strategy-wise and commitment. Right now in the marketplace, everyone here is figuring out how they're going to adopt this. And what we've discovered is that they're trying to figure out, is it going to be replacing a person's job, or is it going to be replacing a process? So it's person or process, and everyone here is trying to figure out which part of that is going to work. So when you talk about your AI SEO component, right? That specifically speaks to, if I invest in this, who in my business does this affect as a person in their job? And secondarily, how much is it saving me as a process? No one here wants to lose a job, right? But everyone here is trying to save money. So AI is supposed to figure out for us, is it going to make me money or is it going to save me money? When you can answer that for the client with AI, you are giving them the value proposition that sets you apart. So do you commit to it? yes, it's not going anywhere. Everybody here knows that it's staying. How they're going to implement it, how they're going to adopt it in their business or in their life, that's the bottom line question. So as a business owner, my recommendation to you is to say, how do you see this helping your business versus this is what we offer, and start from there. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for your presentation. We appreciate it, Lance. And what we want to do right now is, thank you. Next slide. We're getting ready for our community photo, but first we want to talk about
Slide 34, please. Next slide.
a couple events that are coming up.
Yes.
Is that on here?
A couple of events. Yes, we've got a special event coming up on April 29th. It is going to be a marketing market. What we're going to do is we're going to ask everyone who has a business that if they want someone to take a look at their website, to give them just a quick overview of their SEO, give them a quick report card of what's going on with their marketing efforts. We are going to do this. And we're also going to offer free headshots. Some of the headshots we get, it's like, whoa, everybody needs a professional headshot. So if you can get one free, come join us that morning. It's from 9 o'clock until 11. But we also need sponsors. We want to make sure you guys have a fun day that day. So if you're a business owner and you're looking to promote your business, talk to one of the volunteers. We have several different levels of sponsorships starting at $100. That's less than coffee and donuts for us. So it'll be a good opportunity. Also, next slide, please. The Oakland County Economic Outlook is coming up in a couple of weeks, and this is a huge event for the county. It talks about what's going on in Oakland County, what Oakland County is doing to move toward the future, and how your tax dollars are being spent in the county. So if you'd like to join us, go to our website, and you can find tickets there. And it's a great event, and the house fills up every year. April 22nd from 11 to 2 o'clock at the Vibe Credit Union Showplace out in Novi, which is the old Suburban Showcase. And that's it. Thank you so much for your patience this morning. We apologize for some of the technical errors. We're going to put up the QR code that we were talking about earlier, so you can bring your laptop over. We found that there is a little snafu with Mentimeter that if you transfer it from one person to another, they make you buy a pro license for $30 a month. We'd like to thank our online audience as well. We have folks that are on our YouTube live feed, as well as on Zoom, those who can't make it in person. So we want to thank them so much for joining us this morning. Thank you for coming out. It's a full house. We love this. Give yourselves a hand. And everyone, please take the time to introduce yourself to someone you've not met before. Thank you for all the newcomers that have come out this morning. We want to see you again. Tell your friends about it. We want to fill this room up. The fire marshal tells us you're going to give us a ticket because there's too many people. So that's what we want to see each week. And so now we're going to do our group photo. If everyone on this side of the room can come to the middle. And also, you're welcome to stay here every Wednesday to co-work.
Big group.
For free.
Yeah, a bunch of people on.
So see one of us, we'll give you the code.
This is on.